Hi, my name's Tim Johnson. This is the third in a series of staying sober videos with some quick tips for you. I think this one probably is the most important one. It was certainly the most important lesson that I learned, particularly in early sobriety. And it was about emotions really, and also understanding why I used substances and other things to avoid them. It was about learning to embrace and welcome my emotions rather than be fearful and scared of them and wanting to hide from them and anaesthetize them. Because when you first get sober, as you probably know, the emotions that you've been anaesthetizing and hiding from for many years probably come flooding back to you and overwhelm you sometimes, so you're scared by them and you can't really deal with them, and this can lead people into relapse and back to where they started from. I'm a great believer in Dr. Gabor Mate's theories about addiction. He spent a lifetime studying it. And his belief is that the root of most addictions, I'm not saying all addictions, but most addictions, is some sort of pain. Whether that be psychological pain, physical pain, mental pain, but pain somewhere lies at the root cause of a lot of addictions. And that pain might hark right back into your childhood. It might be, God forbid, it might be abuse of some sort, physical, sexual abuse. It could be the divorce of your parents and a feeling of abandonment. It could be a school days filled with bullying and not feeling worthy, lack of self-worth, perhaps self-harm. Many other things in childhood that could cause you pain. Or it could be pain that is more recent in your adulthood, bereavement. It could be an abusive relationship or the breakdown of a long relationship. It could be physical pain, illness. It could be anxiety, depression disorders, all sorts of stuff can lead you to try to anaesthetize that pain with a substance, and if not a substance such as drugs or alcohol, food or sex or gambling or something that will give you instant relief from that pain that you're feeling in your body, in your mind. And this of course numbs us and medicates the pain, but it doesn't work because shortly afterwards the pain comes flooding back, and probably worse, and we increase the use of the substance and become dependent on it, and an addiction forms. Certainly a coping mechanism forms where we hide from the pain and hide from our emotions, and we forget how to deal with it in the real world. And like I say, sometimes before you get sober, you're going to have to, at some stage, deal and face this pain. Because if you don't deal with the pain, this is tip number one, if you don't deal with the pain, then obviously you're going to go back to medicating it again. Now sometimes these issues can be more complicated than anything I could ever give advice for or deal with, and you're going to have to see a professional, whether that be bereavement counselling or relationship counselling or counselling for psychological issues with psychologists, psychiatrists, whatever. But at some stage you're going to have to learn coping mechanisms to deal with this pain. Or if the pain's been caused by someone in your past, you're going to have to learn forgiveness. Now I've got videos on the channel, a lot of videos that will go into a lot more depth than this quick video on dealing with past pain and forgiveness and learning how to come to terms with that and how to apply it So have a look back on those, please. So you deal with the pain, you get sober, the emotions keep flooding back to you, and this is tip number 2. Because you're going to feel overwhelmed and fearful of them. And you're going to have to learn to live your life in the real world. You're going to have to learn to live your life without anaesthetizing or hiding from the pain. Because life, and I say this a lot on my channel, if you think about an ECG, up and down and up and down, well, that's life. There are great, massive highs in life where you'll be ecstatically happy. But there are also deep lows, and that is life. If the line was flat, you'd be dead. So you're going to have to learn to cope with your emotions, and you're going to have to learn to embrace them and embrace life. And that's you've got to be patient with yourself, because in early recovery you could be overwhelmed by this. I have a saying, and it's just up on the wall here. Life isn't about waiting for the storms to pass, it's about learning to dance in the rain. And it's one which I have followed throughout my sobriety. It's one of my favourite sayings. Because you're no use to anybody anaesthetised and numbed. You have to be sharp, and you have to become part of society again and not anaesthetised. And you don't sit and waste time in regret and anger and resentment, because that can all keep flooding back to you as well. You've got to learn forgiveness, and you've got to learn that the past is the past. You can't turn back the clock, but you can bloody well wind it up again. You can start and live today as though it was the first day of the rest of your life, which every day is. It's time for you to write a new chapter. Every day is an opportunity for you to embrace life and write a new chapter in your life. You need to be open-minded. The mind's like a parachute. It's no use to anybody unless it's open. You need to be open-minded. You need to embrace your emotions and feel your emotions. You need to learn to forgive and forget. And you need to be able to live life on its terms. I have a favourite saying, and it's like the heading on my channel. And it's about living on life's terms. And it's about living life. I live my life in easy accordance with fate. And that's realising that there are massive peaks and troughs. There are masses of emotions that will flood into you. You will lose people that you love. You will feel like shit sometimes. You will have physical pain, mental pain, spiritual pain. But far better to deal with that with a sound mind and a clear head and a strong body than in the old way, anaesthetising yourself. So they're the couple of quick tips for today, but they're truly important. And the next few videos will be about the physical body and about how exercise has helped me in various ways. And then I'm going to be making a series of videos about all sorts of exercise and weight loss and building muscle and whatever it is, but how much it's helped me mentally as well. Anyhow, I hope that's been some use to you. Please subscribe, please like, please share the videos if you think they'll be of some help. Carpe Diem. Don't forget, if you're already walking on thin ice, you might as well dance. That's another one of my sayings. Much love to you. Take care. Bye-bye.